bringing them together. We call it the cocktail party. Everyone's being nice to each other, and like, you got soup down your tie, but no one says anything, or spinach in your teeth. Everyone's just being nice, right? And they're all sort of looking to the boss to tell them what to do a little bit. Well, that's where we often introduce e-colors, because having that awareness and then sharing about their colors brings people together. It breaks down barriers. It sort of opens the window, if to the person, and people start feeling more safe and more connected, and more like they belong somewhere, and so the trust improves. But then what happens is, in the next stage, which we call the fight club, and it's not literally fisticuffs, it's more about fighting for territory, fighting for attention, or I'm right, you're wrong type behavior. And thinking the answer when there's another perspective, right? And then we use that in what we call the fight club to remind people that there's different perspectives. It's a bit like the Rubik cube. There's many colors to the same problem or same issue, and different ways of looking at it. And if we can look at those collectively, that's when we can sort of unlock this collective intelligence.
So, but very, very much in collaboration with yourselves, I'd like to think that when the sum of the parts, as you were talking about before, is so important. And so if anybody has any part of their leadership journey, and it doesn't happen to be any stage, it could be even later on, people
Yeah.
who still haven't quite created the legacy they want to leave from somebody who's very young and just starting out. I think the more you can get people in the zone, and maybe the e-colors is that certainly part of that journey, is a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. Totally agree. Like it's applicable at any stage of the journey. And understanding this is just going to make you a better leader. It's going to make the culture better, and also make stronger teams more effective. So that's it. And everyone knows how to get hold of us at the zone global.com, or reach out to me on LinkedIn. So thanks
Yeah,
again, Lewis, and we will see you on the other side of the world. Or unless you come down to Bondi, in which case we'll have a tinny.
perfect.